This episode is brought to you by Professional Indemnity Insurance, but more on that later. Still talking about the media landscape of Afghanistan. However, we're looking at audiovisual now. It all started a long time ago. A collection of over 20,000 gold ornaments, some of them dating back to the Bronze Age before Charlemagne, were discovered in Afghanistan in the late 1900s. These coins, necklaces and other pieces of jewelry were uncovered from burial mounds through a controversial practice of plundering called archaeology and art collection. Afghanistan was a key center for Greco-Buddhist art from the 4th century BC to around the 7th century. Large numbers of artworks have been found at the archaeological site of Hada in Afghanistan. The 6th century Buddhas are a well-known sample of art from this, and they were destroyed by the Taliban in 2001. Islamic art. Afghan art changed dramatically from previous Greco-Buddhist works due to the adoption of Islam. Afghan local materials were adapted to use in Islamic art. Mosques built in Afghanistan and in the Arab world were built with elaborate tiling styles. Many of these styles were influenced from Chinese ceramics. Afghanistan served as a conduit for introduction to these Chinese ceramic styles and techniques due to its strategic location along the Silk Road. Links in the description. This guy,
Habibullah Khan.
Love and Friendship, which was in the 40s, but in the royal court only, in the 20s, reigned in the early 1900s. He was a person who introduced film to Afghanistan. The first film shown to the public was after the First World War. The first Afghan film was made in India. Thereafter, like Nickelodeons popped up, and they were showing mostly Indian films. This was all shut down by the Taliban. Fine art. In recent decades, war and deliberate iconoclasm have caused a great amount of destruction of Afghanistan's artistic heritage. Afghan fine art was protected during the Taliban times by art masters at the Sinai Art School. The professors often hid controversial when they would visit and inspect. Other artists use watercolor over oil paints. The Afghan fine art master painters have been able to conduct many more exhibitions in Europe, within Central Asia and Europe time. One of the most famous artists of that time is graffiti is reasonably new. It's 1900s. The nation began to incorporate Western techniques in art. Art is largely centered at the National Museum, the National Gallery, and the National Archives of Afghanistan in Kabul. There are a number of art schools in the country. The Center for Contemporary Arts, Afghanistan, in Kabul, provides young people with an opportunity to learn contemporary painting. Since the fall of the Taliban in 2001, contemporary art has seen a resurgence in Afghanistan. Beginning in 2009, international funding for the arts has flowed into Afghanistan from the United States and Europe. In 2012, Kabul-based artist Blank curated an exhibit in Kabul that showcased 12 contemporary Afghan artists whose work includes digital photography, textiles, abstract painting, filmmaking, and mixed media. As the best artists of their day sat in the Afghan king's royal court, they too were burdened by the weight of their counsel and promises. Luckily, Professional Indemnity Insurance provides the ease of mind to practice at an elite level, whether you're an accountant, engineer, journalist, or any other licensed professional. Be safe and email teaminsuranceke@gmail.com for more information. Shamisa Hassani is widely recognized as Afghan's most prolific female graffiti artist. Her murals include covers Afghanistan. And we move swiftly to another country after this. So what we get now, we'll have New Zealand. We'll look into the media landscape of New Zealand, the literature from New Zealand, and the visual arts from New Zealand. So we look forward to seeing you next week or whenever else a video comes out, because to be honest, I'm trying to up the quality of the camera. So I'm saving towards a GoPro, fingers crossed a DSLR, maybe just a new phone. So thank you.